going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to a live space. Let's touch base. I'm your boy, Bill the Bull. Let me just see. Like I said, I do these streams. I'm not too well at these. Like I don't do them too often, but I'm trying. So just making sure it works. If you're following it on YouTube, I think it's working. If you're following this on X, let me just check. I think it's working on both. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So cool. Yeah, anyways, guys, what's going on? Let me just tweet this out. Actually, whatever. I'm kind of bored. I don't want to do that. So yeah, anyways, welcome. Bill the Bull here, late night on base. I'm excited. I'm excited to just over the weekend was Onchain Summit. It was super cool. Rachel would be joining us, but she needs to rest. That lady, man, she dominated that event. She got up, I think, at 4 a.m. She hosted the morning session. She was there bright and early, I think 7 or 8, and just like nonstop to like 1, doing the morning stuff. Then she had like maybe a brief break. I don't even know if she had lunch. Really had no idea. Then she just had the Jesse interview. She did something with Jesse, and then she did some roundtables. I mean, shout out to you, Rachel. I know you're sleeping or you're resting, but you deserve a day off. And yeah, so it was a great time. Onchain Summit, great event, great people. Got to meet some of the best people in base. Not only just like Jesse, but the teams. So many cool people. And one particular thing was demo day. Demo day was in the lower section of below the main stage. And it was just teams grinding, putting out, what they're working on and kind of getting more exposure that way. And, those that actually had to pay to get there shows a level of dedication. And I just love it. And like I said, I wanted to get a few of those people on those teams and just chat about their experiences, chat about, what they thought, what they gained from the event, a little bit about their projects. Because again, what we try to do on Late Night on Base is not only just cover the big people like Jesse Pollock, but we want to cover, those that are grinding in the trenches, trying to make Onchain the best possible way. So let's see. We invited a few guests. Let's just make sure that they join. Let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna have Blue Social on. We're gonna have Recordian. And they're doing some cool things. And again, these are people that I think need more exposure. Honestly, such cool people, such cool brands, and Trendies. We're gonna have Trendies on, and we'll chat. So I think again, if you are listening to the space, feel free to comment. We love comments. Just send a comment. Any questions that you have, please let us know. We're here to make this your show as much as our show. So let's get Blue Social in right now. All right, so guys, let's welcome Jose from Blue Social.
What's up, Bill? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good. I have to ask you, is that your house or is that just like
no? That's a virtual screen that StreamYard provided. I was trying to get a custom one with some branding, but I was having some issues here.
Oh man, well I was gonna be like, damn brother, like that's a dope house. But yeah,
one day. I have grown up playing the piano, so I definitely want a grand piano in my home. Got my wife, so we definitely are gonna strive to get a house like this someday.
Amazing, man. Manifestation is real. Manifestation is powerful. I tell people, some people might not believe in that, but I truly believe that if you put your mind to something and you tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do, and this is your effort, you put in your focus and your effort, opportunities present itself and thrown your way that you will, first of all, notice, and then you'll take. And I think those are things that are incredibly important. And I think, Jose, you should be able to share your screen. Okay. I'll definitely... if you see a present button, I think on the bottom, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I mean, I tell people, like, I started this podcast in June. I just said one day I'm going to do it. And no joke, I said to myself, and I'm not just saying this to brag or anything. I don't care about that. I just was like, I'm going to manifest Jesse Pollock on the podcast. I'm going to get him on. And 2.5 months later, I did what I had to do and I got him on. And that was a big moment for me because it shows the power of focus, determination, drive. And now my next goal is Brian Armstrong. That's literally my goal. So CEO
Yeah,
of
it's gonna
Coinbase
happen.
will be on the podcast at some
That's
point.
right.
I'm going to ensure that. So
I like how
manifestation,
you changed your wording there, right? It's not an if, it's when. And
exactly.
it's one of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon
Napoleon
Hill.
Hill. Yeah,
I read it like
amazing.
7 times. It inspired me and changed my life so much to where I bought 50 Think and Grow Rich books and signed it inside of it to a person, and I gave it out to homelesses, some of my best friends, people that I knew that I feel like could take advantage, right? And so they talk about, in there's life and death is in the tongue. And so what you just said is like will versus if Brian Armstrong, when Brian Armstrong hops on. So I'm excited for you, Bill. I'm excited. You've been
Thank you,
making
man.
waves in this space for sure.
Well, and so are you, man. I think, and again, I want to talk to you about not only your experience on Demo Day. Like I said, we're going to have a few different guests, so kind of keep this short and sweet, and then we have to go on the next guest, like a talk show thing. But I hope to do more of these with you. But so first of all, just tell me, Jose, and again, I know we can talk about manifestation stuff. You guys are manifesting what you're believing in. Talk to us about the experience that you had at Demo Day, Onchain Summit. What was some of the highlights for you?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So, yeah, Onchain Summit was amazing. Being there to be able to put faces to people's PFPs was really cool to see. You never thought someone would look a certain way until you meet them, and everyone's just really vibe there. There wasn't any bad drama or anything, and like I've said before on some of the spaces, it's really builders helping builders. All the demo projects, we were all talking to each other. We came to each other booths, checked it out, tested out whatever they were doing. And so it was really cool, to get feedback about Blue Social, because we do have a beta iOS app that's available on TestFlight and TestNet. And so it was our first kind of like event with the I don't like Jesse said not to say Web3 anymore. So it's
Onchain.
our first on-chain Blue Social app kind of demo. And so we got probably about anywhere from 30 to 50 people on Blue Social there at the event. They were using it, testing it out. And what I really, including Jesse as well, and what I really got was like people were excited about our technology. People saw the true utility. We weren't just, coming up with another Web3 social network that Web2 already exists. They were saying that this is different, and they're very excited for it. So we got a lot of feedback, found out a lot of bugs. Obviously, as you're launching and demoing, you come across a lot of bugs. So we found a lot of bugs that we're going to be fixing, trying to figure out how we could create more of a seamless onboarding experience, potentially integrating like Coinbase wallet or sign in with passkey and different things. So yeah, it was really, really amazing. I loved the venue there that Rob and Dom had put together, and casino night was super fun. Definitely got to make something happen here in LA as well.
What was your absolutely, and I know Guzman's in LA, I'm in LA, you're in LA, or you're in SoCal. We'll get that together. What was the what were you ideally when you decided to do Demo Day? What were you ideally hoping to get from the event?
Feedback, like because we've been just so heads down, building. I think the most important thing, because we've been building Blue Social for almost 8 years now. So we've been since 26, and we've been building since then. And so it was really just putting it out there, right? I wanted to see people's experience. I wanted to watch them firsthand, how they downloaded the app, what was the friction, what were some issues and challenges, what their firsthand experience was with it, and then definitely getting Jesse on board to Blue Social, getting his feedback, and everything like that. So yeah, those are the two main objectives that we had there.
I love it, man. And so I guess then, for the people actually on stream, I mean, we need to ask, what is Blue Social?
Yeah, so let me see. I'm gonna try to share screen here. Let me know if
Absolutely,
it
man. Just go to
works. I tried
present.
it.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
to present, and
let's see here.
should be able to then say like share a particular screen, or
Yeah, can you see this?
let me add it to the stage real quick. Now I can. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we developed a mobile app that uses Bluetooth to connect you with people in proximity. And the whole goal with Blue Social, we actually started back in 2016. And the whole goal with Blue Social was to create a technology that actually encourages people to be social. So I started it with my dad and I. We started back in 2016, and the way it kind of works, because we started with the Web2 app. Obviously, we wrote our first white paper in 2017, and so now we're barely starting to integrate the blockchain technologies that we've been dreaming up and putting together since then. And so the biggest challenge, what we're doing right now. So we have 100,000 users worldwide right now in Web2, about 25,000 monthly active. We have partnerships across 65 different colleges with fraternities and sororities. So we're really excited to get this on-chain Blue Social application out there into the public market and to onboard all of our thousands of users on-chain here. And so, the biggest thing and the problem that I saw that Blue Social solves was, meeting people is hard. It's some people could walk up to someone random and strike a conversation, but for a lot of us, especially younger generations, walking up to a random person is no easy task. And so I wanted to figure out a way, okay, how can we leverage technology to make that experience a lot easier, right? And so the problem today, kind of getting into like the technical real quick, the problem today is social graphs today are manually created. And social graphs are one of the most valuable assets of any technology like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. But the way they're created, Bill, is I have to friend request you on Facebook or connect with you on LinkedIn in order for that graph to be created. So, but what the issue is just like at Onchain Summit, real life social graphs and real life are lacking connections between them. So there's a bunch of people at Onchain Summit. They all have smartphones. They all have identities, but there's nothing connecting us there in person. So what we developed was, using Bluetooth technology, we essentially build uh, uh, a social graph off of devices that are in your proximity. And this is what's really nice. And we've been developing this technology since 2016. It works while it's in your pocket. So you could turn on Blue, have it running in the background in your pocket. And as soon as you cross paths with another user, you'll be notified in real time. And so obviously they could get really, really technical there. And so what we really, at the end of the day, Blue Social is a socialize to earn Web3 application, similar to like the Play to Earn or the Walk to Earn fitness apps. And this here is a quick demo of how it works. So you can discover people around you, see their profile. You could break the ice with them, which break the ice costs 1 Blue token. So they'll get a notification saying, hey, Bill wants to be social. And if they accept your social interaction, we use wayfinding technology similar to Apple AirTags that will actually give you the directional and distance to actually meet that person in real life. And so this was super exciting. This is something that we just introduced this year that we were missing over the years because people were discovering people but not knowing where they were at the conference or at school. And what we created was a proof of interaction. So once you get within 6 feet, it'll actually verify that the two users are being social in person, where then they'll be rewarded for the interaction. So right now we have that algorithm set at 30 seconds. But we want to build on that algorithm where it's based on how many times, the frequency of times, the number of times you cross paths with that person, what's the duration that you guys are in proximity and actually meeting, how many other people are around you. So there's a lot of technical analysis that we could really implement, and using also machine learning to really develop a credible, pretty much system here of earnings. So we're really
Amazing.
excited here. And we're also coming out with we're gamifying it more, coming out with NFT badges that users can unlock based on social challenges. So one of the challenges will be like, hey, be social with at least with 10 people in a week, and you unlock the Icebreaker Master NFT badge. So when you get that badge, then you could then stake it, which then you could earn a multiple on your earnings, like 1.5 times for a week of your earnings based on that. So there's different aspects that we're coming out with. But
Well, I
yeah,
love it. I love the passion. I love that you're building something more than just a meme. You're actually building utility within a project. And I think, the more you get the word out there of what, and more people learn about what Blue Social is doing, I think the more they're going to really, really love. So if you guys, do the beta, learn more about Blue Social, follow him. Jose, our time is up, but I just wanted to say, man, keep grinding, keep pushing, and you're always welcome on Late Night on Base anytime, man.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you having me. Our website, I'll drop it here in the comments as well.
Yes, please do.
For everyone to do. Thank you.
Make sure it's on the comments. All right. So anyways, yeah, Blue Social there. Jose was on. Next, we're going to have Recordian on, just making sure he's on. But I think to tap onto that, I love builders and I love people who are grinding and I love those that are trying to make the space better. And I know Blue Social has an amazing story. Perseverance really has come through, and more people need to know about what they're doing. And I'm excited for him, and genuinely a really cool guy. So next up, we're gonna have Recordian. He was also, and the guy's Blue Social's link is in the StreamYard. So Recordian's up. Actually, this is my first time talking to you. It's Kemet. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Recordian. Yeah, we're part of the core team and a fellow co-founder as well. So I'm based in the UK, so I weren't in the San Francisco Onchain Summit, but was there with my team the whole step of the way, everything, obviously working behind the scenes to help them make sure everything goes smoothly. But yeah, it was an absolute great event, and they did absolutely amazing. So yeah, man, great to come here and talk about it.
Absolutely. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what you guys are doing. And there's some exciting news there. So I do want to get in. I'm just letting Blue Social know that we appreciate him on the time. And then I'm going to get into you. Okay, so Onchain Summit, you're a BK. You actually have the same background as him, last guest. I was just like, wow, these guys have some amazing houses. So yeah, I want to know. I had a blast. I know it was informative. There was a lot of speakers out there, and then the demo day people just killed it. And I want to give the spotlight to hardworking teams like yourself. What was the vibe that your team experienced at Onchain Summit?
They were just overwhelmed with the support, the love, how much base, like it just wants to connect and collectively work to the actual goal of bringing 1 billion people on chain, because it's going to take all of us to do that. And with us all coming together like that, it was truly an amazing experience for them. Obviously, with my team as well, I've been in the crypto side a lot longer than them. They've been in the music industry, so it was a different experience to the kind of conferences and concerts and events what they're used to as well. But they were just said they were overwhelmed with the support and the love that they got from everyone, especially after their panel.
Yeah, I mean, it was the energy at the event was unlike anything I've ever seen. I'm based in LA, and I actually flew to San Francisco first thing in the morning, took the first flight, went straight to the event, went to the Women on Base panel. Rachel was on there, had to support her, and then did a Jesse interview, and then did some other stuff. And then I took a flight back at like 4:30 in the evening. So like literally in and out, but it was worth every time and penny, because the energy that Base is bringing, it's just like unlike anything I've ever seen. And I think those projects that are building on Base right now, such as yourselves, Blue Social, people listening, maybe they're investors, maybe they're just participants. We are so early. Yeah. And I think it's only a matter of time that 1 billion users come on chain to Base. And just imagine where your project's going to grow at, this time next year.
Yeah, and that was a key thing. Like even looking at Base, like as a business that has a potential of scaling exponentially, the amount of users which music streaming platforms actually bring over. It's like you need to be on a chain that can actually scale and is always pushing to make that better, which you're constantly seeing through their features they're doing with USDC to make things gasless, and providing all the tools you need and continuing to provide more. It just made sense, and that's what you see in other projects like Adidas come over now onto Base, because it just makes sense.
Absolutely. So I want to know more about you guys, and I want to know more about, what exactly is recording. And I know you guys have some pretty big news to share. So, like I said, this is not in depth for those listening. For those that want in depth about the projects, we do the podcast, we do sponsor spaces, all those things. But for right now, we want to give a glimpse into great builders such as Recording. So, Kemet, why don't you explain to us what is Recording?
So, in a nutshell, Recordian is a complete music decentralized ecosystem that solves the challenges artists face every day, which actually costs the industry billions. And that's one thing that we're here to resolve in terms of like artists, content control, the gatekeeping that's within there, the payouts which they receive, which is not fair, which you see in people like Snoop Dogg and Trevor Noah and Taylor Swift. Like, people have spoken about this time and time again. So it's been overdue for a platform like this to come and empower artists. And we try to do that in every single example that we can. So even, for instance, we know Snoop Dogg's got multi millions and millions of fans. He's got 80 million followers on Instagram. Like, he has a music NFT. Not many of his fans in ratio know that he has an NFT. And not many of his fans even know that NFTs exist. But if those NFT would be able to be advertised on Spotify or where his music is actually held, then they would sell out every day. You'd have no issue selling out his NFTs. And that's one thing that you can do with Recordian, because we're here to empower artists every step of the way. So with our artist portal, it takes away the middleman fee of them having to go to distribution companies to pay to get their music put on Spotify, because they don't have that direct access, etc. So it gives them all of that. It gives them data metrics so they can make data-driven decisions. So they actually know what campaigns to release and where, and target those accordingly. With our ad studios, while they were allowed to advertise across the music streaming platform as well as brands as well. So, and we actually pay up to 3 times the amount of Spotify, which is something that artists actually need, because when they're able to sustain themselves, they're able to keep the creativity going and able to flourish.
Absolutely. And I think, I could honestly talk to you about this for a long time, because I know music and the music industry has to change. And a little known fact about me, I actually worked on a music NFT project in 2021. I worked with Busta Rhymes, world-renowned recording artist, and with the same premise that, the music industry is ripe for change, and NFTs are a way to kind of change things for the better, right? And I think maybe in 2021 things were a little bit less mature, but I think music NFTs, we need a leader, a project, a firm to lead the way. Music NFTs is so untapped. Could it be recording? I hope it is. And whoever it is, it needs to happen.
Yeah, and that's the key thing with it as well. So when you're that's why having like a actual team like ours, like we spearheaded from Edie, the founding member of Tupac's Outlaws crew.
Amazing.
We've got multi platinum selling producers on our team, like DEO. Our team is music industry top to bottom, so we really do know firsthand the issues that artists face. And that's the difference with it. And also we know how, because us being artists as well and former artists ourselves, we know what they need too. So in terms of like bringing over all these artists on chain, the key thing to do is give them something that they're used to, something that they can bridge over easy to, because we know that the system's failed. But when you look at the data, 70% of all music listened to is listened to on streaming platforms. So that convenience, it plays a powerful role. So what we need is an actual decentralized music streaming platform that actually empowers artists, because it's easy then for artists to bridge over their music, and then they can learn about NFTs and then learn how to empower themselves off that as well. The key thing is, when you're doing it just as an NFT project, there's a big learning curve for artists. And with a music streaming platform, you can actually retain that user. He's on there for several hours, especially with our listen to earn. And then with NFTs being able to be actually promoted within your artist profile page, that's a true power then it brings to the NFTs, because their normal Web2 users now can go onto Recordian when they're streaming music and see they've got a new NFT there. That's what's been missing. The fragmentation has been a big kind of setback with how it's approached.
Amazing.
So
no, I love it.
Everything all in one place is what kind of sets us apart and is ready for the next phase. And that's why, like yesterday, actually Snoop Dogg actually reposted our story on his IG reel, which is blew up our IG. I can't even keep up with it at the moment, but it's it's having the actual first-hand experience to tackle these. So we're not just a group of tech people, we're actually from the industry on a deep level. So we know Idi Amin's been to the highest of the levels and from the lowest as well. So we've got that experience all hand.
Amazing. And I just want to say, keep grinding, keep doing, because what you're doing, you guys could potentially be the leaders of what we're witnessing is a transition from, music especially is ripe for change. We need industry players like yourselves to spearhead it. And, Kemet, anytime you want to hop on the pod, let me know. Anytime you want to come on, let's figure it out. Let's figure out a way to get you guys more exposure, because I think more people need to know what you guys are doing. So let's link up later. But if you don't mind, put your details in the comment. Our time is up. I got to get the next guest on, but truly great to speak with you, man.
No, and you too. Thank you very much.
All right, everyone. This is Recordian. He's going to drop his info. If you're on YouTube, please just check out the boxes. And on Twitter, you can see it. So thank you again, Recordian. We are now going to get our last guest on the stage. It's from the Trendies team, Lucas. Lucas, how are you doing, man? I never got to actually speak with you guys at the event. It was a crazy day, but talk to me, man. How did you and the team enjoy Onchain Summit Demo Day?
Yeah, it was just me from the team. We're a team of two. I'm a co-founder of Trendies, and my other co-founder, we both used to work at DYDX. I worked there for 3 years. He worked there for 5. We've been building in the SocialFi space for the last 2 years and working on Trendies for 3 months. Onchain Summit itself was a great event. It was great to talk to a lot of meme coin teams in particular, given Trendies itself is a launchpad for memes. It's supposed to be the most fun, safe, and fair launchpad. And we thought a lot of people realized the potential of Trendies there, specifically how it can be different than traditional launchpads like an Ape Store, a Pump Fund, and helping build sustainable communities. Given that's one of the biggest problems today with these launchpads is they're rewarding the wrong people. And then you end up with this huge red candle straight to zero. Or a lot of people just end up losing significant chunks of money when they're loyal community members. So talk with a lot of people there at the event and Onchain Summit about how we can fix these problems. It's a really great event.
Amazing. So when you guys I was asking this to Blue Social, when you guys were deciding to do Demo Day, what were you hoping to kind of gain from the event?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for us, it's mainly just raising awareness about Trendies. We have a few communities that have launched on Trendies. Probably our largest one right now is Diamond Fist. They're at a 3 million market cap. There's another one called Gun Cat that's roughly around a 600K market cap. This is a great start, but we want to keep spreading awareness and allow more teams who are long-term focused and ethical to launch on Trendies, given there are a lot of teams today who go on a Pump Fund, an Ape Store, they'll launch there, their supply gets sniped by whales. They're loyal, hardworking community members that they can't actually reliably build around a coin. There's just too many people who are short-term focused and dragging down their project, which is really unfortunate. So at Trendies, we're working to solve a lot of those problems.
Nice. And what was at Onchain Summit, what was your absolute highlight of the event?
Yeah, I think the highlight for me was specifically getting to just chat with Jesse. I think one of the coolest thing about Trendies is specifically our unique user onboarding mechanisms, allowing people to earn crypto without a wallet, without any crypto whatsoever. All they need is an X account. And we allow people to essentially post to earn. We call post to earn. But if you tweet about a meme coin, people can essentially import into a Trendies platform, stake to it, and you can earn that meme coin itself. So cool. This is a big feature of Trendies. We want people to earn the meme coin supply. The vast majority of the meme coin supply we believe should be earned. It shouldn't be able to be bought.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's super cool what you guys are doing. I curious to know why, or first of all, two things for my own knowledge, because again, this is my first time actually speaking with you guys. When did you guys launch, and why did you guys choose Base out of all ecosystems?
Yeah, great question. We launched about 2 weeks ago, and we chose Base for two reasons. One is I think the ideology of Base really aligns with what Trendies is all about. Trendies is about a fun, safe, and fair launchpad, and I think Base is really aligned with creating those safe experiences. A lot of the meme coin communities on Base are also very aligned with that. One of our flagship community, Diamond Fist, we actually work closely with George Papa, who is from CTO, and he embodies what Trendies is all about. It's about creating a safe, fun, fair environment for community members. You're not trying to dump on people. You're trying to build really strong community that goes much farther, is there for the long term. And the second reason is a little more technical. Specifically, Privy is what we use to pre-generate wallet addresses for Twitter users, or X Twitter users, and they were only live on, they were not live on Solana at the time, they were live on Base. So that simplified the decision even more.
Amazing. Cool, man. Well, I think personally, I mean, I might be biased, but I think you chose the absolute right layer to hop on. I think Base is gonna absolutely explode. And since you're kind of new to the ecosystem, I guess maybe you're starting to feel like this family vibe. This is what Base is about, this family of like builder helps builder, communities helping communities. Like I said, I never even chatted with you, but you're in the Let's Touch Base family group. And I saw that. I was like, you know what, let's get some exposure. Like I say, we at Base, whether we have a platform or not, it's about putting the spotlight on hardworking teams like yourselves, the other guys who showed up. And I think the Onchain Summit kind of showed that as well. It was just a community feel. Did you stay for the casino night?
I didn't end up staying for the casino night. I was only mainly there for the demo day.
Yeah, well, there's some good teams. I left too, but shout out to AYB for winning the poker tournament. If you're listening, I need a rematch. Or I need to actually go against you. I got to take that crown. So Lucas from Trendies, talk to us. I guess, for those again who aren't listening, what are some, where can they go to learn more about what you guys are doing?
Yeah, you can just visit trendies.tech. Would recommend going on the website. You do not have to buy anything to earn. Would just recommend going, finding a community it's interesting to you. Maybe it's Diamond Fist, maybe it's Guncat, maybe it's a different one. Posting in those communities, and you can start earning rewards. And I think that's the main power of Trendies is there's no other Base project that has onboarding mechanism like that, where every X user could be onboarded to crypto through this mechanism. And I think that's why we align so closely with like Jesse and other people are trying to do with Base. Onboard the next billion users. We firmly believe they will not buy crypto. They will earn it. And I encourage anyone to try and earn it on Trendies just by building community.
Awesome. Well, Lucas, please put down your socials for people. Again, we have over 100 plus listeners and viewers, so check them out. Put it in the socials. And Lucas from Trendies, man, good to connect with you. And like I said, you're part of the Let's Touch Base family. Hopefully, we could do this again. Be active in the community, and we'll get you up on stage. You actually put in the private chat. Let me just make sure we put this in the public chat. I like it, but we got to make sure the viewers know all about you. Let me put this in there you go. Let's go. Anyways, Lucas,
greatly appreciated.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, everyone. So we just heard from Blue Social, Trendies, and Recordian. Again, this was the demo day Onchain Summit review. Again, my final thoughts on the event. Shout out again to the team, Rob, Kevin, etc. They just pulled a hell of a job. I mean, it was so much fun. The energy was electric. And I think the demo day builders, like I said, are some of the hardest working people out there, showcasing what they're working on, not necessarily going there for the party atmosphere. It's to showcase what they are. And I think it's important for people to understand these are the type of projects that are going to succeed. These are the type of projects that are giving it their all. And I have massive respect for every single one of them. And so, yeah, I wanted to just kind of do this impromptu on-chain summit review for demo day. Again, if there's no other questions, we're going to end it. So I do these streams Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to be doing a show a week, or 3 shows a week, random topics every day. But Wednesdays, if you guys are around, my friend Chaos Chris from The Verse and I, we are on a show called The Next Layer. Basically, we talk about everything else that's going on in crypto, regardless of Base or not. So tomorrow, if you have nothing to do, come around this time. We're going to talk all about Tron. If you don't know what's going on Tron, Justin Sun's chain, it's Degen Paradise. There's so much pumpage It's like Solana on steroids. So yeah, we'll talk more about that. But for everyone, again, thank you very much for watching Demo Day Onchain Summit Review. Please check out Blue Social, Recordian, and Trendies. Their info is in the chat. And until next time, guys, take care.